Blessings, everyone. Good morning. I got a topic today. I was on the bus and I was listening to a funny song about the Popeye's chicken sandwich. And as I started listening, I started getting a download. So I getting that download from heaven. And I'm like, all right, I guess we could talk about it. Then I started getting the meat of the sermon or the meat of this offering that I'm about to give. So I'm just going to read what I typed down and just elaborate a little bit on each section. So starts off by saying, with so many videos or brawling videos on the internet of people or groups of people fighting over this Popeye's chicken sandwich. You know this cat, he ain't got no manners. Anytime I come on the camera to start recording my teaching, I don't care where he is, he will jump on this couch. Look at him. And he's sitting right over my left shoulder. Looks like you see? He ain't got no manners. These animals, they're not animals. They're humans in animals' bodies. But he ain't getting no attention from me. So he can lick himself all he want. Okay, so this Popeye's chicken sandwich, I did a video about it called, I think, the food and drink craze. And I was saying how whenever there's something that comes out that's like brand new, everybody's going after it, we got to be careful. It's almost like that concept, eyes wide shut. You see what I'm saying? So who has their eyes wide shut? That's like a paradoxical idiom. But it's basically saying that there's going to be some things that's going to be revealed, but at the same time, it's going to be hidden in plain sight. So they started fighting over the sandwich, and I had to talk on it about we got to be careful because we don't know what they're putting in the food. You know, it could just be something simple, this new drink, and you're like, you may just be one of the people that has left the crowd that goes after the Joneses. You might be one of those people that you have awakened, and you're what we call in the black community woke. Once you're woke, for the record, you can never go back to sleep. Even if you try to, you're going to get tormented, just like in the natural. When you've slept enough and you're awakened now, you could try to go back to sleep all you want. You're going to be sitting there wrestling until you got to get up. You up. You can't go back to sleep. So you might be one of those people looking at, this is a chicken sandwich. Like, I had a chicken sandwich at Burger King and this and that. What's the hype about? That's key to start paying attention. Like, okay, what's behind this? Oh, it ain't that deep. Well, it's people like you that keep saying it ain't that deep, that you are the morons. You are the simpletons. You are the sheep for the slaughter. Because you don't want to wake up. You like the status quo. You like the drug. You like the opiate. You like the quick fix. But you don't want to be healed. But you'll complain all day long, but won't be the one to never do anything about it. You'll be presented with the opportunity, and you won't go at it. It's people like you that I'm going to say that they use as pawns. It's people like you. So I'm like, dang, I just said this, and then boom, the barrage of people fighting over chicken sandwiches in Popeyes. I don't care what the issue is, whether it is they waited too long or they ran. It doesn't matter. This whole chicken sandwich has caused a manifestation to happen. So when we start seeing stuff like this, such as them fighting over the chicken sandwich, it should awaken us to look a little deeper. I want you to catch this revelation and see that they see as much worth in us as a chicken sandwich. So black people, minority people, whether you Mexican or Puerto Rican or whatever, the people not in power is what I'm saying. They see your worth as much as a chicken sandwich, something to eat, something to put in your mouth, chew, swallow, and defecate in the toilet. They see your wealth as that. I'm going somewhere. They also see you as, watch this, especially for my black people. They see you as nothing but a chicken. And when I say chicken, I don't mean chicken like scared chicken. You a chicken head. Like, you have no sense. You're an animal that they use for cockfighting. They see you no more as a chicken. The chickens that they don't raise in the coop they created for you. And here we are, chicken fighting to death over feeding, over a damn sandwich. I told you. They see you nothing worse than a chicken, nothing worse than an animal. That's what animals do. That's what dogs do. They fight over a meat and pan. They'll fight and bite each other until blood comes out. Because they have no love. They have lost their humanity. They have lost their God consciousness, their God self, the God wisdom, the God understanding, the God revelation, and the God knowledge. They lost their minds. And they know this. When I say they, I'm talking about they. Dumb folks know it. They see us as junk. Because we all know fast food is chemically created and processed foods, right? We are the chickens. The people that's in the video, you are the chicken sandwich that they're devouring. You are the chicken in the coop that they are devouring. As we die at the hands of another black person, black on black, them folk, they feast on our corpses. Physically, what you think all the sex trafficking is about? Organ trafficking is about? Yeah, it goes there. They feast on our corpses. Please thumbs up this video. Put the thumbs up on the bottom. It's a like button. Hit the like button. Comment and subscribe. Share this everywhere. They feed on our corpses as we kill each other. We were about white people shooting black brothers, which is a fact. You know, not all cops. But we doing a lot of killing ourselves, of ourselves. They feast on our corpses. They feed on our life force. If you haven't seen The Dark Crystal, I think that's what it's called. The updated version. It's on Netflix. I think it's about 2 or 3 seasons. You need to see that. And look at it from a metaphysic perspective. From a spiritual perspective. In terms of them and us. How they view us. And what they, and the knowledge and revelation that they have of us. What we have in us. And what they want from us. They don't want us, but they want that life force. They want that soul that is in us. Only woke people will understand what I'm saying. So, they feed on our life force because they are nothing without our life source. They're nothing without our essence. They're nothing without our gifts and talents and anointings. They're nothing. They cannot produce anything of their own. They're nothing without our life forces. They know that they will eventually eat one another if left up to their own devices. So once we go, they're going to turn and devour each other like they have always done. That's what they always done and still doing it today. Devouring each other. But as long as we play their game stupidly, and devour each other, they won't have to devour each other if we do the job of devouring us. They see us as the enemy. So if we're giving them a fresh supply of black life force, they don't have to devour each other. Melanin, they have to devour each other. We're doing it for them, and they will just come and feed on our corpses, feed on our life forces, Feed on our anointings that God has given us naturally. Feed on our graces, our gifts and talents. Yeah. They will just drink up our life forces. You need to see the dark crystal. We need to wake up and start making changes. Rome wasn't built in a day. So you may be saying, well, how can I start? It's been going on too long. And just start. Eventually, the snowball gets bigger. The plot will thicken for you. The plot will thicken. You know? So as much as you can, support the black dollar. Even if you're white and you're listening right now, support the black dollar. There was a blessing in supporting the oppressed. If you are white, you are not oppressed. That may sound inconsiderate to you. You are privileged in this country, of course. You are not oppressed. You are privileged. If you believe the teachings of Jesus Christ, Yehoshua HaMashiach, and the giving spirit that he wanted all believers, all followers of his to have, and you read that Bible and believe that Bible, you will clearly see that God is always on the side of the oppressed. He will take up for the oppressed. All right? So if you are not black, but you support people of color, black people, in their businesses, in their movements, you side along with them, you side along and help in the liberation of their minds. Definitely, that's probably the most important and the first. Before you liberate our pockets and our bellies, we good at that. We good at consuming. We're also good at inventing. We just never get the credit for it. Sadly, our inventions get stolen. At this point, everybody should know and see that there's something special about black people, something godly special about black people. And if you're not seeing that, I mean, I don't know what to say to you. I probably don't have anything to say to you. But let's use these examples. I mean, somebody got stabbed and killed in connection. We don't know if I haven't read the article per se in full depth, so I don't know if it was over the sandwich, but nevertheless, it's still connected to that drama. So I'm saying, that's what they see your worth as. Nothing but junk, fast food. You ain't no more than a chicken sandwich. You ain't more than a chicken, a bird that they don't raise in a coop, an animal that they don't raise in a pen. You know? That grooming, just like how you groom an animal, that grooming took place during slavery in their collective places. It wasn't just America that had black people as slaves. Right? My people from Jamaica, the West Indies, they had slaves out there on the island of Jamaica. So what we experienced in slavery was that grooming process, that breaking down. I don't care what race you are. In order to understand, even from a psychological, mental, emotional standpoint, you need to get the Willie Lynch letter. I have it on my Kindle. I think it cost me 99 cents. It's not a long read, but you will see the demonic, satanic idea and invention by a white man to, I think he was from the UK or Britain, over there. And he came up with a formula on how to keep and maintain his slaves in certain mental states. I mean, he goes into detail, equating the nigger with the horse and how both of them are dangerous. That basically, if you sleep on both of them, he'll kill you in your sleep. That when you sleep, he's awake. When you awake, he's asleep. I mean, that letter goes into detail. The Willie Lynch letter. You owe it to your humanity. Like I said, I don't care what race you are, to read that book. It's not long. But once you read that and digest that, you will get the gist Because you may be saying, what's wrong with black people? Why do they keep acting like that? Why do they keep doing this? What is wrong with these thugs, these animals? I don't understand these single mother homes. I don't understand these black men who read that letter. It's a small book. Then you will have the biggest aha moment, and at least you would have some more compassion. You would have an understanding, and because once you get the understanding, then you don't have to question no more. It's like, I get it, I get it, I get it, I get it. I see. They were broken mentally. Their home, their family system was broken down. We've always had the man as the head in the household. The man was the provider and protector of his wife and children. That was always the norm in Africa and in Israel too. Before we migrated from Israel to Africa, that was always the norm. We came to slavery, that joint started breaking down. We've never had a need for a feminist movement. That's the white woman's plight, because she wanted more power over her husband who dominated her. That was her issue. That was never our issue in the black community. But when you are indoctrinated and groomed with the ways of your oppressor, you will be a black person. You will be in a black body but got a white soul. You need to catch what I just said. It's so funny because the word of God warned us and said, don't copy the ways of your oppressor. Don't take on none of his ways. And what we do, we want to be like white people. We want to be like our oppressors. We got this so-called nappy. It ain't nappy. It's really tightly coiled. Right? It's really tightly coiled. It's not straight. Nor is it curly per se or loosely curly. It's tightly coiled, which means our hair does in fact have coils. Or if you want to say curl, that's fine, but they're very tight. So quite naturally, our hair, if not combed, even when you're combing it, it mats. It starts to intermingle and intertwine. That's just the design of the energy of the hair that God put. You want to know why? Because when we were in our hot environment, people die every year from heat stroke. We needed some type of protecting covering on our head, and it had to be a certain texture in order to keep us from getting sunstroke. The wisdom of God. He gave us an afro. An afro defies gravity. It just sticks up. The sun can't bust through that on your scalp to give you a heat stroke. Are you seeing the intelligence of God? He gave us this dark skin so that we can soak up the sun, not repel the sun. And also keeps us from getting skin cancer by way of the sun. Do you see the intelligence of God? He gave us these wide nostrils. Not every black person has wide nostrils, but most of us do with strong, Negroid features. We got bigger nostrils than the white person whose nose is more, together like this. Why? It's hot. So you also need to cool your brain down. So you need bigger nostrils to take in more air. And because our nostrils are so big, it cools the air down. Do you see the wisdom of God? So black people or brown people, you are okay. You're fine and you are perfect the way Elohim has made you. There is no mistake. No mistake. I just want you to look at and understand the psychosis of the condition that you are in. Your hair grows as an afro, or if you don't comb it, it turns into locks. Your hair, it mats on its own. It doesn't mean it's dirty. It's doing what it naturally wants to do. You combing it out is in a sense natural because you're manipulating your hair. Your hair knows what it wants to do. I'm not saying don't comb your hair. I'm just saying understand what I'm saying from a purely natural perspective. Forget society for a moment. It knows what it wants to do. That's what it's going to do. It's going to mat up and turn into locks. That's just what it is. Your skin is dark. Your nose is what it is. You got them, juicy, them lips. Ladies, you got them thighs. You got the booty. You got the breasts. Whatever. Whatever your natural blackness is. Look at the psychosis of your thinking. You don't want to spend time to treat your hair, put the right products, not products made for Europeans, because they have a different hair texture than you, clearly. And they have a different hair chemistry than you. So a lot of the products that are in beauty supply stores is for people with straight hair. That's why it damages your hair. Though black hair or African hair, Negroid hair is very strong and versatile, it's also very brittle. You see? So like I said, there was no mistake in what God gave you. You were born what you were born, the skin color you were born in, the hair texture. Look at the psychosis of your thinking. Why would you go take, let's say for example, you dark as me. Why would you take a blonde wig with straight hair, white folks hair, and put it on your head? And have the nerve to be doing a lace front like it's your hair with edges, with you know what I'm saying? You put the brush in with the edges and this. Don't you think that's a little bit psychotic? Okay, well, black hair is difficult to deal with. I agree. Some instances. I just wanted to look nice. Okay, I'm gonna let you get away with that. But I'm saying it's psychotic. Do you see white women, putting on an Afro wig, talking about something? Oh, I just, da. You ain't gonna see that unless it's a Halloween party. Gotta get an amen from the amen corner. So it's a psychosis. It's not normal. You're putting on a hair texture in your head that's not your hair texture. That don't make no sense. Other people don't do it, but you do it because you've been groomed to hate yourself. You've been groomed to not like the body that you are in when your body is perfect. The color of your skin is perfect. The darkness of your skin is perfect. The thickness of your lips is perfect. The thickness of your nose is perfect. The nappiness, the frizziness, the matted locks, the afro, the prolific afro is perfect. Why are you trying to look like somebody else? Why are you trying to look... Come here, Fox. He ran away. Imagine if Fox... He come up in the house with dog fur on. Let's say I'm his creator. I'm gonna look at him like, the hell is this? Oh, I just want, excuse me, I get over a cold. I just can't deal with the cat hair. I be shedding too much. I want to put on the dog hair. It's a little more thicker. I'm gonna look at him like he lost his mind. I put you in the cat fur, bro. Your cat fur is perfect for your body. I put you in cat fur. Why you got on dog fur? Why you got on the dog nose? I gave you the cat nose. Huh? Nah, just some French toast or something. French toast with bacon, or turkey bacon. But he ain't even put no eggs in there. I gave you the cat nose. I gave you your afro, your locks. Why you got on straight hair on your head? Not only that, you put on the blonde wig. That ain't even your natural hair texture unless you're an albino or you from Solomon's Island. What's wrong with you? It's something. It's something ain't right. It's something that's not right here. Everybody's naturally themselves, with the exception of a few people, of course. Because I heard some white girls be putting extensions in their hair, and they do be tanning the crap out of themselves. They do be putting the Botox. Look, I want to get off this camera now because I'm getting, I'm just saying, look and see what's going on around you. They trying to look black. You trying to not be what you naturally are. Black people don't need Botox. Most of us. I done seen some, no offense, black women with, no breasts, no hips, just flat. No disrespect to you. That's the body God gave you. That's just me. That's what I like. We don't need Botox. We don't need a surgery. I'm working in here to widen our nose. You know, watch this. There is no product that will give you an afro if you got straight hair. But yet still there is a product that if you got natural kinky hair to straighten it out. Peep game. Think about that one. So when you gonna wake up, peoples? When you gonna love yourself? When you gonna be who you are, look like how you supposed to look? Go ahead, keep on putting that fake weave in your hair. That's why you have no edges. That wasn't a read, but that's why you have no edges, because you're putting that stuff over your edges with the black glue, and your edges cannot breathe. Your edges is probably one of the first places to start thinning out. Naturally, I think it's thin around the edges already, quite naturally. The edges and the hairline, I think it's just it's sensitive around there. You sitting there putting the glue in, and that it's ripping out your edges when you be taking it off. Your follicles can't breathe. One of the things that aggravates me the most is to see young black girls. I'm talking about 12 down, no edges. I'm just like, how? I grew up in a day where it was straight Dax. For us, we had Blue Magic. I will never forget that smell. Blue Magic. Hair, scalp and hair conditioning. The blue one. Not even the green one. The blue one. That was good enough. And our hair was soft. It was healthy. It grew. It was natural. But you put a perm in it. Perm. What is it short for? Permanent. So you perm your hair. You perm out all your natural kinks. You perm out that energetic pattern. You know, energy in this pattern is in the energy of a coil. That's how energy looks in its purest form. Your hair is already in that natural form. It's in a coil. So your hair is your energy. This is your crown right here. This is my crown, my locks. You straighten that out. You losing that energy, dummy. You're losing that natural atmosphere around your head of energy. Especially when you be out there in the sun. Black folks, we need to be in the sun where people love the sun. The sun empowers us, gives us energy and strength. I'm saying, look at them locks right there. Saying? All natural. We get the energy from that. We need to be in the sun. Our skin soaks it up. We don't get no skin cancer. You know? This is your energy. Why are you trying to remove that? It's psychotic. It's psychotic, y'all. It's a psychosis. I keep rubbing my face because my face is like on fire right now. I don't know why I keep leaving the beard gang, but I'm coming back, and I think I'm going to be beard gang for life, because every time I grow my beard out, and I keep cutting it because it grows patchy, right? Now, when I shave my face and everything, I don't normally shave it clean. I probably leave the goatee. It be nice and soft. It heal up. But when did the hair start growing back? Forget it. It feels like it starts out itchy, and then it starts to feel like pins and needles in your face, and then it's just like it be thumping. So that's like probably the first week or two. After that, it subsides. After the hair grow out of the ingrowns grow out and everything. So I'm gonna do a 6-month challenge. I'm still gonna get my shape. I'm not gonna look totally dusty. I'm gonna get my shape ups and stuff, but I'm gonna just let my hair grow out for 6 months and just see what happens. Yeah. So back to my topic. It's a psychosis. So go ahead, keep on putting the weaves in. Keep on putting, the braids. And braids, we've always done braids, but even that you gotta be careful with. Can't be doing constant braids. That's why you have no edges. Them Africans braid tight. If you gotta go in the store with Tylenol in your bag, you're already out of order. You need to be rebuked. You need to be rebuked. A demon need to be cast out of you. That should let you know, okay, it hurt. That's a sign that you should not do it. That's what the pain sensor is for. Pain sensor is for to let you know, don't do this. You're putting a strain somewhere. You know what I'm saying? If I come home with my forehead mad shiny, son, that she yanked you. If your forehead is shiny, if you can see your reflection, she yanked you. If your eyebrows is going up and you just look surprised, she yanked you.